It's the Soul Fantasy Show, Soul Fan Show. Hey, it's the Soul Fantasy Show live for April 11th, 2020. Going over the 6-game slate for Fanduel and the 1-game slate for DraftKings. Top picks, plays, studs, whatever you can put your fucking hands on, your greedy, dirty little hands. Once again, please subscribe to get last minute updates. Advice. Subscribers can ask advice for picks, whatever you want. As long as you're a subscriber, I'll do it. So right off the bat, I have some good news for today. We have a cheat sheet today, so an NBA cheat sheet will be in the video. All right. So you're gonna have to go through it because it's confusing. The DraftKings cheat sheet is kind of messed up, so we'll go over the FanDuel one, and then I'll just show you the DraftKings one. So right off the bat, we got Bogdanovic is the top value of the day. You can get a 36-30. He can even get you a 50. He has a 23 and a 6% chance to get up to 60 fantasy points. He will definitely hit 5 times. It says 9% chance to hit 5 times value. I think that's a little off, because his projected value is 5.3. He has a high projection. So they're saying 9%. I'm thinking that's a little off. So our Harrison Barnes, 0.73 fantasy points per minute, getting about 25 fantasy points. We have Mike Connolly, who is a good option. All right, now we have crowns on Derrick White, who could get a good amount of fantasy points, at least 20 to 25 fantasy points. He could get up to, he could get a 26, a 30, 39. For 4-3, he's pretty good to throw in. You don't always need guys to get 30 fantasy points. I know a lot of people love targeting the 30-point guys. Now, he has a 56% chance to hit 5 times value, and he's getting a fantasy point per minute. So depending on the minutes he gets, Derrick White's a very good option. I'm sure he will fall into the 30-point category. All right, Eric Gordon, 53% chance to hit 5 times value. He has a crown. He could get a pretty solid. He has a good chance to get 30, basically. Buddy Hield, Elijah. Let's go on to some more guys with crowns. PJ Tucker, 22% chance to get 45 fantasy points. He has a not good 50% chance to hit 5 times value, so he's a good play for 4-1. He's definitely in play. Jeremy Grant, same thing, 53% chance at 5 times value, 0.83 fantasy points per minute. Denver is playing Sacramento. Then we have one of my favorites, DeMar DeRozan. I didn't like him as much as I do now because he's a lot. The Sims play him. He plays hard on the Sim, so he's always a good play. He's only 7'6". He has a crown. He has a 2% chance to get 60 plus, but he'll get you somewhere between 40 to 60 fantasy points. There's basically a 75% chance to get in there in that range, 30 to 60 fantasy points. So that's pretty good. And Aldridge, as usual, is the same thing, but he actually has a 60% chance to get 5 times value. He's 7'3", okay, but he's going to get you, his projection is 36.98, but he's been averaging 1.414 fantasy points a minute. Now, Paul Millsap, 32% chance to get 30 to 45, 55% chance at 5 times value. He's getting just over a fantasy point per minute. For 4-8, that's a smash play. A fantasy point per minute, depending on how many minutes the Sims the simulated action gets him in there. All right, Harden's a little bit more expensive. He could get an 83, he could get a 78, he could get a 27. You never know. But he has a 60% chance at 5 times value, so he's getting 1.56 fantasy points a minute, and he gets plenty of minutes, obviously, because he's a star performer, star player. And now we have Russell Westbrook. He has a crown. He has a very good chance to get 60-plus fantasy points. Damn near 20% chance to get over 60 points. So to get anywhere between 45 and up, he has a 60-some percent. He has about 100% chance to get 40 to 60 plus fantasy points. He has a 58% chance at 5 times value, and he is projected just to get 4.8 times value, but he's getting about 1.38 fantasy points per minute. Let's go over the DraftKings guys here that they have. So it's Dallas versus San Antonio. Obviously, Luka is on top. 75% chance at 5 times value. Very strong play. But he's 12-2. But he's a strong play. I'd play him. 1.71 fantasy points per minute in the Sims. We got Porzingis. 75% chance at 5 times value. Barea, 75% chance. Well, that's like a little trend, which means it's off a little bit. I mean, maybe it isn't. These guys might just be good. Like Dwight Powell, look at that. Jaylen Brown, Dwight Powell. I mean, there's not a lot of guys to choose from. So most people are going to play Luka and Porzingis. But let's just go over the lineups just to see. But let's go over the Fanduel cheat sheet just to show you a little taste of that. The cheat sheet. The Fanduel. We have the NBA cheat sheet for Fanduel. All right. So as of right now, the top studs are Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard. All right. In the mid-range, we got DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Montrezl Harrell. The top values, the sole sleeper of the day, Derrick White. The sole baby sleeper, PJ Tucker, Eric Gordon, and Zubiak. The DraftKings top values today, they have here, it seems to be off. So let's just go over some lineup optimizers. So we showed you the position optimizer. We'll go over more things in the future, but let's go over the DraftKings lineups real quick. See, now they're throwing the San Antonio guys in there. So we'll go over about 10 lineups. So whoever I talked about, San Antonio applies on DraftKings and FanDuel. So like Derrick White is a good play, but they obviously have different prices, but they're still going to generate the same kind of outcomes. FanDuel or DraftKings, they just are, because it's the same video game being played. It's not a different game. So you can pretty much base data off either platform, I would imagine, because it's the same fucking game you're playing. I'm thinking it's NBA2K20, so it's going to be the same freaking dudes. All right, here are the FanDuel lineups of the day. In the comments below, you can tell me what platform you prefer me to go in on harder. They do a lot more research on FanDuel, because there's 6 games, and DraftKings is only 1 game, so they go a little harder on FanDuel. So that's why there's more data, but we can also translate it to DraftKings easily because it's the same game, okay? And it's computers playing the fucking shit. All right, well, James Johnson went from 1.8 to 4K, so I'm not going to leave him in the target zone anymore. Sorry about that. So that's why I'm going to generate a bunch more lineups, because I had him in there when he was 1.8. Now he's like 4 something, so he's way out. So James Johnson is not viable today. So just so you know that change right there. Sorry about that. All right. Now, if you already haven't, please subscribe to this channel. I will generate lineups every day. Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure we're going to start having cheat sheets, NBA cheat sheets. So I'm going to do the video tomorrow a little bit later, around 4:30 a.m., because that's when it says it's updating. That's Eastern time, 4:30 a.m. Right now it's about 4 a.m. Eastern time. I would get these videos out earlier, but they have to do research, and we have, then it gets inputted into the system, and then it gets generated out into my video for you. So the data doesn't come out around nighttime when people want the data, when I would like to put it out. That happens during the regular NBA season. So once any kind of actual sports action comes out, we'll get videos out straight slam 10 p.m. the day before. But for now, we got to go with how the data gets, put in the system. So thanks for watching again, and thanks for being a member. We have 150 subscribers. Man, that's awesome. I'm building them one by one, human, breathing, living human beings that are part of this nice, beautiful group that we're building up. And it's going to be awesome, free, forever. I pay money to bring you free shit. I pay, you don't have to. I will. I got you, All right. It's the Soul Fantasy Show. Soul Fan Show.